I'm Dr.S.Vydehi. Today I'm here to share what is data pre-processing, a case study, okay, with an example. So let us see the concepts in data pre-processing. Then I will explain with a real-time example. Now let us go into the point. As you all know, data is a collection of information. So when you take a large amount of data or a database, there are always opportunity for loss of data or error data or noise data. So that is what, to clean all these things or remove all the outliers, remove all the noisy data. That is what is done by data pre-processing. So let me explain the steps one by one. So data what we are going to discuss today. So what is data quality? Major task in data pre-processing. What is data cleaning? Data integration, data reduction, data transformation, and decentralization. So we'll see a case example and a summary. So this is how we are going to into the topic. So this is a diagrammatic representation of data pre-processing. So first, pre-processing starts with data cleaning, then integration, data transformation, data reduction, and data decentralization. Now data quality. So what, why pre-process the data? So why we have to pre-process the data? So how we are going to measure the quality, data quality? So in any data set, so first one thing is, whatever data it is, we have to see whether the data is accurate. That is accuracy, whether the data is correct or wrong. So that is what is accuracy. Then the next parameter or is completeness, whether the data is um, recorded or it is complete data. For example, incomplete database means you have left some data which has to be filled more, like that is completeness. We have to check for completeness. Then the third one is consistency, some modified but some not, so dangling, like that. So timeliness, timely update. Then believability, how trustable the data are correct, like that. Then operability, that is how easily the data can be understood by others, so like that. So these are all the different parameters by which, or we can call metrics or measures, by which we have to check for the quality. Then the major task in data pre-processing, one is, the first one is data cleaning, then filling in the filling in missing values, smooth the noisy data, identifying or removing outliers, resolve inconsistencies, data integration, then integrating of multiple data or data cubes or files, data reduction, dimensionality reduction, then numerosity and reduction, data compression, data transformation, data decentralization, normalization, and concept of hierarchy generation. So these are all the different major tasks in processing data pre-processing. Okay, so before this, let us see what data cleaning is. So data in the real world is with lot of noises or incorrect data. So as I told you, so incomplete data. So for example, let us take a lacking of attribute values, lacking of certain attributes or interest, or containing only aggregate data. So for example, occupation, if in a database there is a column called occupation, in that for example, if you are not able to give the data, like occupation is missing, so that will be a missing data. So noisy contains noises, errors, or outliers. For example, salary is equal to minus 10, so age minus 10, so these are all is not possible, no. So such data are called noisy data. The third one is inconsistent, so containing discrepancy in code or names. Age is equal to 42, birthday is equal to 37 2023, like that, like that. So these data are inconsistent. So likewise, there are some examples. So intentional, so distinguish missing data, like that. So these are all different data cleaning. Or as I told you, incomplete or missing data. So data is not always available. Why? How are we? This missing data may be due to what reasons are there for this such errors to happen in any database, or while entry there might be some data loss, like that. So missing data may be due to equipment malfunction or inconsistent with other recorded data, or thus deleted data. Some few columns unknowingly we might delete also, so that also will be possible. Like that, data not entered due to misunderstanding. Certain data may not be considered important at the time of entry, so not registered history or changes of data. So missing data may need to be inferred, so like that. These are all the different possibility of incomplete or missing data. So how to handle these missing data? So ignore the tuple, for example, usually done when class label is missing. Filling in the missing value manually, so that also might happen. So fill in and automatically with the global constant, unknown or new class, like that. The attribute mean, or attribute mean for all sample belonging to the same class. So the most probable value or inferred base, such as Bayesian formula or decision tree, by which we can handle these missing data. Okay. So So we have seen all these type of noisy data. The random error or variance is measured variable. Incorrect attribute values may be due to faulty data collection instruments, data entry problems, data transmission problems, technology limitation, inconsistency in naming conversion. So these are all noisy data, and why it is, how it occurs. Okay. Uh, Sometimes duplicate of records will be there, incomplete data will be there. So duplication means two times we might enter the same data, so that is also a noisy data only. Okay, that is also that will also cause an error, so which will also occupy a space. So we have to remove all these type of noises. So how to handle this noisy data? So there are different techniques to handle the noisy data. One is binning. Binning is a technique where we sort the data and then partition the data into equal frequency bins. Then the second one is regression. To perform regression, your data set must first meet the following requirements apart from the data being numeric. So outlier analysis. This is also a method. So may be detected by clustering, where similar or close values are organized into the same groups of or clusters, by which we can remove the noisy data. So even there are a lot of algorithms nowadays used to remove the noisy data. So that we will see in the next session. Now I'll give an example how, for example, let us see it and look into a database. Okay. So this is a database, student database. So in that we have student id, student name, age, cgpa and classification. So these are the this is a database which contains all these records. Now in that, for example, this yellow color is the missing data. So for example, register number 10094 2012. After that, there is a column which is empty, so that student id is empty, so that is a missing data. Likewise, cgpa in the column number 4, there is a yellow color marked which is a empty, so that is also a missing data. Okay. So then the blue color marked is the inconsistent data. That means which is not at all relevant. So for example, student ID, here you also have to give a student ID, but it is something irrelevant to that. So like classification SR JR, like that. So this is a inconsistent data. Okay, so then the third one is noisy data, which is in red marked. For example, here age cannot be 200, so but here it is given as 200, so that is also a noisy data. Likewise, CGPA is 234, it is not possible, it will be in a percentage, so that cannot be possible. So these are all likewise, age minus 22 cannot be there, so that is also a noisy data. Likewise, here phone number, again here email, so which examples I have given. So if it is a wrong email or anything like that, so typed wrongly, then that is also a mistake. Likewise, even if you give a hyphen in between the phone number, that is a wrong data or noisy data. So thank you very much.